Right, welcome back to game 2 between Russian Mathematic and Hobobeans United. Interesting name. Russian Mathematic are currently 1-0 up. It's only a 2-game series. It's the sort of group stages of the JDL. Season 8, it's the Swedish Starter League. I believe these two are almost on the same. Hobobeans is 12-2, which will be 12-3 at the moment, and Russian Mathematic are now 9-6. They're in the Division 5 starter playoffs, and Hobobeans, it looks like, will stay in the Division 5, so they're going straight into Division 5 next time. I don't think, even if they lose both of these games, I don't think that they'll go down. The next team has a full series on them. But anyway, starting out in this one, the Hobobeans United ban out the Wisp and the Alchemist from the last game, and they pick themselves up the Slardar and the Tusk. Very good combo. Russian Mathematic ban out the Pugna though. Again, got hurt from that. And the Doom. They do pick up the Gyrocopter and the Winter Wyvern. The Winter Wyvern's very, very good. Good against the Slardar as well, because most of his stuff is all physical damage. I think everything is physical damage, so once you cold embrace them up, they don't take any physical damage. They'll probably want to ban out the AA though. AA is very, very good against the Winter Wyvern, because if you cold embrace somebody up, then AA Blast can be hit very, very easily on that person, because they're sat still. Oh, they ban out the Queen. Maybe they want to pick him up. It doesn't give them enough lockdown though, I don't think. But it'll probably be the 4-position Tusk. The Support Winter Wyvern, Gyrocopter going safe. Slardar most likely going off lane. He lanes quite well against Gyrocopter actually. Just can sprint away from him, which is good. They ban out the Undying. Don't want to have anybody doing early team fights. The Gyrocopter's very good at joining fights early. Once he has that ultimate, it's large amount of damage and a huge AoE. The slow is incredible as well. How much damage does it do at level 1? 250 on the first rocket, then it's 30% and then a 60% slow. So they go for the Rubik here. Have the chance for flashy plays. And I wonder what Russian Mathematic are gonna join this up with. Shadow Fiends. So they managed to get that Shadow Fiend middle. We do like to pick that up. When it's allowed, it tends to get banned out against them though. But with the Rubik, he's got some good spells to steal. Winter Wyvern ult is probably one of the best ones. Most of Winter Wyvern's ones are actually quite good. It's just the range that it gives you, the vision, the slow. But I think it's just more really the instantaneous lockdown that you get. Maybe stopping them going something else. That should be both their supports. They've got to get a mid and a safe lane. Somebody that can farm up and fight, hopefully about the same time as Gyrocopter. Unless they're hoping to go greedy. Look for a Juggernaut. Juggernaut can fight against the Gyrocopter. Once you pop the Rocket Barrage, you just pop your Blade Fury. Immune to magic damage, and Rocket Barrage is magic damage. 3 seconds, and it was about 5 seconds, yeah. So you don't take any damage from that, and then he's taking a lot of damage from you. But they go for the Tide Hunter here. Another good spell for the Rubik to steal, but if the Rubik's anywhere near the fight, then he's probably going to get caught in it. And they ban out the AAA. Tide Hunter will most likely be the offlane. But they might want to get another... I think they could probably go for another big team fight ultimate. Something just able to completely blow them up.
5 seconds remaining.
They would have given that. You tend to want to be in the middle of the team fight with this. Maybe going for... I don't know. It's a second support. You can go for a 4-position support for this one. Silencer could be quite good. Especially against... Well, I mean, when you know you're going to jump in. Not a big fan of Silencer, though. Being a 4-position, I still think that he needs to get a little bit more farm. He's not fast. He has the potential to do a lot of damage, but he's not a quick hero. He doesn't have any escape. No lockdown either. It's all in the silence. They might go for the Witch Doctor, give them a bit more lockdown, give you the big ultimate as well, some early game sustain for the Gyrocopter, and they pick up the Windrunner. Very good. I think Windrunner does out-CS the Shadow Fiend early on. It's just once Shadow Fiend starts getting his stacks up, and he is on the Radiant. So it's the perfect place for him to be on. But he should do very well. They've got quite a lot of team fight. This looks like it's going to be a very mid-game orientated draft from Hobo. The Russian Mathematic want to get another support here. They could get Bane. It's quite good against the Shadow Fiend. Or good with the Shadow Fiend, sorry. Only if you've got good coordination. Pretty good against the Windrunner. She attacks a lot of times, and yeah, they do go for the Bane. She attacks a lot of times, so you can take out a lot of the damage that she's doing. You can lock her down when she uses Windrun as well. The only problem here is a static ultimate that Rubik can definitely steal. Some nice spells in here for Rubik. I'll see if he manages to get any of them. It does look like he's going to be the 5 position though, so he's not going to get too much farm, so you won't be seeing a Blink Dagger Rubik, I don't think, until a little bit later on. But you don't really want to be leaving it to go that late, I don't think, especially against the draft that Russian Mathematic have out. And we're actually going for Blades of Attack first. Which is interesting. Tend to go for stats. Slardar TPing straight away to get a nice early Observer Ward out. Try and block up this pull camp. Give himself a nice quick early lane. They already know that he's gonna be there. They drew it out. But there's going to be some posturing actually for this top rune. Level 1 I would definitely give it to the dire side. Shadow Fiend does have the raises, Gyrocopter does have Rocket Barrage, which does the most, not the most damage, level 1, but near enough. And Bane does have like the Brain Sap and that, but on the other hand you do have Blade Fury, you have the Rubik Lift, Power Shot, or Shackle even. Probably not leveling up Shackle first, it's only 1.5 seconds. But it's the Tusk Shards is the big thing. 7 seconds lock. So if you can catch somebody inside that, see if there's going to be a bit of a fight. Actually, the snowball comes in here and they could have snowballed straight in there. Shadow Fiend actually got the bounty rune here and managing to cliff the Winter Wyvern, but really not doing anything here, and the Shadow Fiend kills off the Rubik. That cliff can be, well, walked away from. It's not the same as one of these ones. I don't think you can cliff to this. But as good as it was, they ended up leveling the snowball. Possibly not the best. But Windrunner's just going to be dual-laned here. Didn't level anything up, so it's not too bad. Shadow Fiend already level 2 in this lane, so picking himself up the Wraith Band, and Windrunner actually having to ferry out some extra tangos. She did just have shared tangos originally, but it seems that's not gonna really cut it. Rubik coming in here. Attacking, showing himself in the lane. They are tri-laning here though, with a Tusk and a Juggernaut. So it's just going to be an offlane. A one-on-one safe lane for that Tidehunter is quite interesting. They're going to be aggro trying here with the Gyrocopter and the Bane. Do need to get some kills for this, because so far it's 5-1 against 5-2. Slardar is not getting too many last hits, whereas the Tidehunter is joint top, although he's taking a lot of damage. Oh, and takes a stun actually, and if he gets another stun here, no, Tidehunter has too much. Got the Anchor Smash off as well, so. But he's gonna have to go back. Only has tangos. But Juggernaut is taking a lot of damage here. Bane does have that, oh well, haste out on the Rubik. You don't really want to be going up against this, but has the Brain Sap available. It's only 90 damage. And I might actually be able to get a kill here. The amount of damage there. Oh no, Blade Fury is coming out here, and there's a save on the Bane. And nah, nothing's gonna happen here. Having to pop the salve on the Jug and just run away. Maybe just doing a little bit more damage. Oh, taking a couple of tower shots actually from the Wyvern. 3 hits. That's quite a lot. Probably gonna have to pop her own salve. It is level 3 now, so has all 3 of those spells. Rubik is still only level 1, Juggernaut 2, and Tusk 2 as well. Gyro's 3, Bane is almost 3. Let's see if they're able to pull this side lane. Maybe need to pull back a little bit and take a little bit more damage. No, they managed to get 2 of them and the Siege Creep. 19-0 against 17-2 in this mid lane. Relatively even, but oh wow. That's only a level 1 Shackle and taking 2 raise. Level 3 raise as well, so can't really keep on eating those. Does have the bottle though. That does give the SF room to keep on farming this out and then maybe stack himself up. And here's the snowball coming out on this Gyrocopter. There's only 2 of them there, and maybe they want to get the... No. didn't. I think the Nightmare went off on the Rubik already. Do have a level 2 Brain Sap though. And Brain Sap is pure damage, so 160. It's almost going to kill off the Rubik, just flat out from what he has left. Yeah, Rubik is running away. He's probably going to go straight back to base. Not the best lane for Rubik. He is just level 2 at least though. Tidehunter does have his level 6 already, almost 5 minutes. So does the Slardar. So if Tidehunter wants to go to a lane and try and do something with it, they have that opportunity. Gyro's level 4 and a bit, although coming in here on the bottom lane, it looks like the Tidehunter went way too far in. And yeah, the Slardar are able to get that. Or the Rubik actually able to get that kill, which will put him up to level 3, get him a second point in Fade Bolt. Slardar able to just stay in lane. Has that passive regen from the Mango. It's going to take a while for that to work though. And yeah, the Windrunner will probably be going for phase boots, I would have thought. And yeah, we want to pick half this stuff up. The Shadow Fiend has not been having, he's not had stacks for himself yet. On this top lane, the Juggernaut is still being harassed in this lane, completely out of regen. So is everyone actually. The Gyrocopter still has his salve though, and he's always got the Winter Wyvern with that Cold Embrace behind him. More observers coming out, and the Slardar actually killed off the Tidehunter again, with the help of a hasted Windrunner, who did use Focus Fire for that one. Oh, Juggernaut having to ferry himself out a salve. Not what he wants to have happen. Gyrocopter is being left alone in this lane now though. They're going and warding out the jungle. Runner almost level 8, and Shadow Fiend is starting to stack up for himself. It's only a double stack there though. Might want to end up nuking this wave out and then stacking again maybe. Stay around for the XP. Stack out that big camp. It looks like the Bane's gonna try and get something in on somebody here. Probably would have been best to use it on himself. Actually, the Bane might be able to deny. No, lasts for a little bit too long, and the Gyrocopter actually is not gonna go down here. Enough slow coming out from the side of the Winter Wyvern, but that is a kill on the Bane, and they were ahead, so it's going to give them a little bit more gold, especially in this early game when the Bane was level 3 and everyone else participating in that was actually over and above. Oh, and the Bane actually manages to get the nicely stolen out by the Rubik. It looks like the Rubik is going to go down for that though. DD on the Shadow Fiend. Really just sacrificing themselves. Slardar actually looks like he's going to hope for something, and it's another Nightmare out on the Slardar. Oh, beautiful Shackle shot though, and it looks like the Bane's actually going to end up going down here instead. Lovely Shackle. Still got the DD on the Shadow Fiend. You don't really want to go in here. The Shackle doesn't latch, but it looks like the Shadow Fiend might actually end up dying. Slardar ends up managing to get the amplified damage out. And Juggernaut actually killed off the Gyrocopter. Still only level 5. Looks like he just might have got locked in or just hit by the snowball and then Blade Fury. 2 to 6 here actually, so it's already in the advantage of Hobos. Windrunner has the Blades of Attack and hasn't picked up the Phase Boots yet. Has 1700. I don't know if they're going for a Blink Dagger. Very early Blink Dagger. Except we Circlet, going for the full wand. Juggernaut still to hit level 6. Tidehunter just running in. He has himself the arcane boots, but he's gonna want to get the blink some point soon. Winter Wyvern is really gimped from farm. 790, 800 net worth at 10 minutes. Not very nice. Shadow Fiends just took that stack. And the other jungle camps. He can always flash farm, especially when he's on the Radiant. Still has almost the full stacks. Once he gets his creep. No, he doesn't manage to get it. Yeah, pretty much full stacks. So he still can kill someone off fully. I don't know if the Tidehunter might have actually wanted to go for the Ravage there. Probably might have been able to kill off the Juggernaut. The Juggernaut is now level 6 though, so has that Omni Slash. Once the wave goes away, they could just solo kill one person. On the bottom lane here, it looks like Gyrocopter was gone on, but the Slardar went down, and maybe the Rubik will even go down by himself. And it looks like he is. The Winter Wyvern managed to pick him off. The Shadow Fiend is going to get Omni Slashed, and he's definitely gone down here. To the Windrunner. So they managed to get something out of that. She picks up the point booster and managed to finish the Phase Boots. Did pretty well in that mid lane. No, just decides to shackle a creep to the Siege Creep. Don't know why. Just using up the bottle. And at the top lane here, actually, the Slardar is being chased by the Tidehunter. The Tide is... they're gonna end up not able to do anything on this Bane. The damage from the Crush ends up taking him out of that, and the Slardar gets the kill. Oh, the ultimate comes out from the Gyrocopter, and actually, the Slardar is probably gonna end up going down here. The rocket is going in on him. It's only it's a level 2 rocket though. So unless, oh there we are, perfect time to get the illusion rune. And the Tidehunter is going to end up getting shackled to a tree and possibly taken down. He's not going to be able to use the ultimate, and he does actually manage to get it out. Gets a double kill with the Ravage. So he doesn't manage to pick him off either on the back end of that. He manages to TP out, so perfect timing for the Arcanes, I think it was. Yeah, perfect timing for the Arcanes to come out there. And they're going to be able to get this top tower as well. Going to try and deny it off with the Windrunner, but Shadow Fiend is able to pick that up. And he has himself a Sanj, so he's probably going to get the SMY. Juggernaut is level 7. And the winner's picking up the Staff of Wizardry, actually. So it tends to be good to pick up the Ogre Club, giving him that extra health to begin with. But he's going for that Axe Rush. It's just going to bottle Crow back as well. And the Tidehunter just running into this Juggernaut. Manages to force out the Blade Fury. Oh, actually, Tidehunter ends up getting stunned here and shackled to one of the creeps. He's probably going to end up going down here. He does, but they do manage to get the Juggernaut out as well. And it looks like a huge ultimate out from the Gyrocopter, and the Gyrocopter might actually end up... Oh... Lovely shackle, although the ultimate comes out from the Bane, he's going to be able to pick up that kills. It's a 4 for 1. Just the big old team fight ultimates coming out there. The Gyrocopter throwing out his ultimate. Perfect timing. And just a lot of damage. They were all already relatively low. They're going to be able to get a mid-tier 1 Gyrocopter picking up the Helm of the Dominator here. Shadow Fiend has that. He's going for the S and Y. Bane has got himself a hood, and is probably going to go for that Glimmer Cape. You can Glimmer Cape and then use your ultimate, and once the Glimmer hits, you go Invis. Very useful. The Wyvern does actually have the Arcane Boots. Top of the net worth here, if you have a look at the graphs, it was dipping in the favour of Hobos, but it started going right back up again once Russian Mathematics start getting those fights. The team fight ultimates coming up. So much damage coming out. And 1 second on this Ravage again, so if they want to force something, they can. And Gyro will just end up stacking the Ancients for himself. Farming up wherever he can as well. And Bane is TPing top. If he ends up getting caught here, no, he manages to get that off. And actually the Rubik again. Sacrificial Lamb, maybe? No, they don't decide to go straight for him. Although they might end up doing it now. The Fiend's Grip is online. I think that's what they were hoping to get on the Juggernaut. So with that Fiend's Grip, you can land a very, very easy Requiem. And there's a double damage actually on the Slardar, and it looks like they might want to go in on this. There's only the two of them here, and if they get the Blink Crush here, it's going to be two of them, two-man crush, and an Omni Slash coming out on both, and the Bane and the SF going to go down. Yasha going to be coming out for the Juggernaut. A little bit too late on the Tidehunter. He does have the Blink Dagger, but not really anything he wants to go in there. They were going a little bit aggressive. Didn't have any wards on that top rune either, so couldn't see anything there. And the Slardar, it looks like he's actually going to hope to maybe go in on this Tidehunter. They have a very good lane ward here. You know, everyone that's coming underneath this tower. It is daytime. And they can see that the Bane is here as well. You can't disjoint that. So they're just going to disengage from this. Gyrocopter able to just keep on stacking this. It's already a triple stack, and he's probably going to get this as a quad. They do start bumping into each other very weirdly, and no, doesn't manage to get it. Maybe half a second earlier. And Windrunner's actually going to try and get this bottom tower. Doesn't manage to get it though. Fair bit of damage. SF is losing souls again. It's 150 away from his S and Y though. And that will have brought the net worth graphs quite far down, seeing as the SF is the top farmer. And was quite a bit ahead actually there. So getting the 2 kills. Bane is the lowest on their team, although it looks like a fight might actually end up going down here. Tidehunter might end up going in on this. They managed to disengage just quick enough. Had a bit of the heebie-jeebies, but the Winter Wyvern ends up going down. Winter's Cross. I haven't seen the Winter's Curse being used yet. I need to get some good pickoffs either side. Gyrocopter is, yeah, starting to level up that flat cannon. Is probably going for the BKB as well. The Juggernaut has his Yasha, so he's just going to be able to start farming away as much as all to his heart's content. The Windrunner is 600 away from getting her Aghanims. Bane about 1,100 away from, or is it only 1-4? Let's see. Yeah, it's only 1-4, so about 700 away. I thought it was 1-8 for. I keep on getting it mixed up with the. Was the evasion one? Talisman. But yeah, Shadow Fiend 900. He's probably going to go for himself. Get a BKB as well. The bottom tower is actually just within deny as well. And and the Shadow Fiend will probably end up being able to deny this off, although if he isn't able to kill that... Oh, they managed to get the deny.
Bottom tower has been denied.
Just in time, one more hit from that Siege Creep might have done it. But the Gyrocopter's a wee while away from the BKB. 1300 on this Slardar. I wonder what he's going to go for next. Rubik has 2 point... It looks like he's going to go for the BKB as well. Top here, the Juggernaut has already 1.2-ish. And they're actually just pushing straight in on this bottom tower. They know that they can do this. They have the Ravage up. They have the ultimate from the Shadow Fiend. They have the Gyrocopter ultimate as well. Maybe just wanting to push in here. The Windrunner not able to, all by herself here. She gets blinked on. She's only 50 away from getting her Aghanims as well. Oh, the Tidehunter blinks in actually, so he might end up wanting to go in on this Windrunner, and oh, lovely crush on the Bane just as he wanted to use Fiend's Grip, and the ultimate comes out from the Tidehunter actually, and this might end up being the Windrunner going down. So it's the Windrunner and the Juggernaut actually. Juggernaut came in at the very wrong time. Rubik managing to steal off Rocket Barrage, but he doesn't really want to be in the middle of those fights. They managed to get the tier 2 as well. And yeah, they just go straight into the next. And it looks like Shadow Fiend's actually going for a Helm of the Dominator as well. Using that creep again to stack. This Gyro can just keep on farming those out. He'll have his BKB in 2 minutes maybe. Bane already has his Glimmer Cape. There's no means of detection apart from sentries there on the Rubik. But that was a very good or timely crush on the Bane, just on the edge of that to cancel the ultimate in the last one. Slardar is nearing on his BKB as well, actually. Tide farming their big camp. Looks like he's actually going straight for either a Refresher or a Lotus. Could be a Lincoln's. But they have a lot of quick spells to cancel the Lincolns, like 5 seconds on amplified damage. You use that to pop Roshan's one. Probably not worth it, but on the other hand, it's the Lotus Orb would be very good here. Especially with the Shackle Shot. And they are going into the Roshan, they'll take it down very quickly. Especially with Windrunner. Yeah, there we are. So the Juggernaut will pick this up. But they'll probably give away their tier 2 top, although they're actually TPing in to defend this. It's 20 seconds still on the Ravage, and actually the Fiend's Grip comes down, and is the Juggernaut able to... He's just got enough for his ultimate, he's able to get it off. And the big ultimate coming out from the Winter Wyvern, and even though he managed to get 1 kill there, the Juggernaut actually coming back, and he's probably going to be able to clean up here, and the Shadow Fiend actually going and getting shackled. He's probably going to end up going down. The Juggernaut is much faster than the Shadow Fiend is, and this could be a 5-man wipe. Facebook's coming off, and they're just coming off cooldown. He's probably going to be able to get the Shadow Fiend kill with the... Maybe going to be able to get himself into the neutrals and just deny himself off. He's definitely giving him the runaround. I don't think this is going to be enough. He's juking all the way here, and he ends up getting shackled down. He does go down, but he wastes a lot of their time. That will be the Windrunner picking up her Aghanim Scepter and a Blink Dagger. This Graph just pinging all the way back. Oh, Blink stun from the Slardar and the Bane, who thought he was going to be able to get something there, just a little bit too greedy. Didn't pay enough attention to the fact that the Slardar was there, and actually the Tidehunter might be going in as well, and the ultimate comes out from this, and actually, yeah, The Tusk goes down. The Tusk is only a 4 position Tusk. They don't manage to get the Shackle on the Gyrocopter. The Lift does come out on the Tide. And the Blink Stun might actually come out from the Slardar, although he manages to get a BKB out. Although he's not going to be able to get anything with this first BKB charge, and this is the 10-second charge coming out. And actually the Blink coming out from this the Tide Hunter just managing to get a gush out on the Windrunner. Nothing too much. A lot of posturing on middle, and the graph's already in the favour of Hobo. They're just getting some very favourable engages here. Getting those pickoffs, the very, very good shackles. The fight up at the top, just fighting around the Aegis perfectly, just on time. The Juggernaut was just able to get his ultimate out, managed to get 2 kills off, died on the side, but he did have the Aegis, so he came back. Bane picks himself up the Arcane Boots, Gyrocopter. Another 1k gold after his BKB, so he's going to want to go into a damage item some point soon, because they don't really have enough to take these people down. They have 2 ultimates, or 2 pieces of lockdown that go through BKB, or spell immunity, just the Blade Fury. And it looks like he's actually going for a BKB as well, which might not be the option here. He already has Blade Fury, and they have the lockdown to take him down there. Maybe some form of evasion would be good. Tusk has his Blink Dagger. Looks like it's a newly pickup. Windrunner is almost 1k gold now, so she's probably going to go for some damage items. And they might be going for a smoke here. The Rubik has one on him, and they're posturing about. They dropped a new sentry. Not a new sentry ward. But they are on top of an observer ward here, and they know they have the smoke in their inventory. If they smoke here, no. Deciding not to, and farming these ancients, and having to farm with at least 4 of them nearby, just in case. The Winter Wyvern looks like they're probably going to go for either a Force Staff or a Yules. Tide Hunter is going for that Refresher Orb. Will he have enough mana though? Not if he uses anything else. Just the Ravage, Refresh, Ravage uses up everything that he has. Refresher is very expensive. 375 mana. He might not even have enough. No, he will have enough. Just. Once he gets it anyway. And actually the ultimate coming out from the Tide Hunter already, and the Fiend Script goes on the back end of this. The Slardar instantly goes down, so does the Rubik as well, and the Tusk rolls in, and he's probably going to end up going down as well. So that's a very quick 3 for nothing. And the Juggernaut taking a lot of damage in the back end of this, but he does have the healing word, so he'll be back and healthy very soon. But 3 very, very quickly. Luckily they managed to clip the Slardar on the back end of that. So a teamfight is going their way for once. And that should bring them back up here, and they'll be able to get this tier 2 middle. They push very fast. I don't think they want to go any further. Yeah, only 10 seconds before they're back up. Roshan, we'll find out how long he's going to be in 2 minutes. Juggernaut does have his BKB now. Still 10 seconds. And it's about 1800 on the Windrunner. The Windrunner didn't die in the last one. It's probably the 3 best that you wanted, that you'd be fine with dying actually. But still, you're not really happy with it. And actually there's going to be a Blink Crush coming in on the Shadow Fiend. The Shadow Fiend's going to go down, and so is the Bane. Again, they were a little bit too far forward and very aggressive. The Gyrocopter just drops down an ultimate to try and clear out the wave, give it a little bit more of a push. And he has 1900. He's probably going to go for that Manta Style. The Manta Style allows you to break out of amplified damage, I believe. I'm not too sure if it does. Also, just give you a little bit more damage. Some speed as well. And that's the Tide got the Refresher Orb. So if he manages to get 2 very good ultimates off, could catch them off guard. That's only if he has enough mana for it. So at the moment 835. Once he uses them both, he will have double arcanes though as well. So possibly he'll be okay. But if they manage to catch them out, the amount of teamfight ultimates and the damage that they can actually do, they should be able to win it. Actually, the crush comes in on this Winter Wyvern and they're going to go down very quickly. Level 2 amplified damage, 15 armor reduction, and the Wyvern does only have 4. Glimmer Cape coming out from the Bane. Illusion here. Rocket coming out on them, but the Slardar blink crushing on this Tide Hunter, but with the Kraken Shell, 48 minus, and if you get the Anchor Smash on you as well, you're not going to be doing any damage. But they do see the Refresher Orb now. Apart from the fact that he's taking 32% more physical damage because of the Amplify. Gyro has picked up the recipe for his Manta Style, and they're actually signalling they're going in this way, but there is an Observer Ward here, and if they come in underneath this, they know that the SF is here. Yes, they might want to bait him out. If anyone comes within here, and they already know, and they're just going to back, and they smoked underneath the Observer Ward vision, so they know that it's going to happen. But maybe with the posturing, they're not going to be able to do anything about this Roshan. The Roshan's going to end up going down. And again, the Juggernaut has this. Possibly a blink of 3-man Ravage, and they're going to be able to refresh, and they're going to be able to get it off again. The Rubik probably not going to be able to steal this, and that is a double kill. The refreshed. And he is going to go down here. He did a lot of damage with that Omni Slash, but he's going to end up getting... Oh no, caught. Actually, the back end of this, the Windrunner does manage to get the Shackle out, so they do get the Bane, but again, the Juggernaut going down is definitely not worth it, and they're going to be able to do a little bit of a push here. At least try and get some damage done on some more towers, or maybe just get a little bit of farm. Pull the graphs back up in their favour. SF does have his BKB now, so he probably won't get caught out again by the Slardar, but Bash does still pierce Spell immunity, but that really requires you to get lucky on your hits. He already has another 1.1, and actually down on this bottom lane, the Tusk is definitely going to go down, and the Slardar actually blinks in on the Gyrocopter, and the Gyrocopter's going to get shackled here, and he's definitely going down. And there's another kill on the Winter Wyvern, and the Windrunner's actually going to pop Windrun here, and has Shackle off in another second. Doesn't manage to get a Shackle off, but the blink comes in from the Slardar, and the Slardar's probably going to get the Tide Hunter here. Ah, yeah. So, again, overextending, and that's another 3 kills going their way. Triple kill for the Windrunner. Huge amount of gold. She has a 5k. It's going to be able to pick up a damage dealing item very, very soon. And that's going to just ping down their way. The Gyrocopter is the one you do not want going down. Stuck around for a little bit too long in the bottom. Especially without the SF there or anything like that. They also didn't have a Bane for the Glimmer Cape. These shackles have been on point. The Tusk still only has the blink and has 1300. I don't know what he's gonna think about going for here. Bane actually picks himself up an Ogre Club. Which is interesting. The Gyro... He's gonna have to go for some form of damage item next. Windrunner actually picked up a BKB and actually managed to get a shackle on the Gyro. And the Gyro is probably going to end up going down here, and he does. Spazzes out a little bit there. And a DD was popped on the SFs. I'm sure they saw that and didn't really want to go in any further. But the Gyrocopter going down constantly, and he's now actually lower in net worth than the Juggernaut. It's back to about 0. But they've taken all the towers, and the Dire side have not. And once they start getting the damage items out, unlike the Windrunner and the Juggernaut, Jug actually went for the Skullbasher, so he's probably just going to end up going for a little bit more lockdown. But once they end up getting these damage items out, and they blinked they smoked underneath an observer there, so they're gonna know. Although they're gonna be able to see this ancient stack, and that's probably just as good. They're gonna be able to get this. Possibly. He's taking a lot of damage here. He doesn't get an ensnare off. The ensnare's still on cooldown. I don't think they want to fight this. The Gyrocopter being blocked out. Very good shards there. It looks like they're going to lose their stack. There's a lot of gold going their way. Actually they're blocking out the rest of the team, and the Bane is the only one there, and actually a blink in from the Tidehunter, who uses his refresher but doesn't have enough for the ulti. And a big whiff of an ultimate there. I guess it's just clearing. Windrunner has just used Windrunner, and actually the SF is going to end up using a very good ultimate, but oh, beautiful ult from the Rubik, managing to steal that away. And the Gyrocopter actually manages to kill off the Juggernaut, and with a level 3 homing missile. No, it's not going to be able to kill off the Windrunner. Although the Slardar, no. He's not going to be dying off either. The back end of this. And they're going to try and kill it. Yeah, doesn't do enough damage. But that is a 3 for 3, I believe. Still in favour of the Dire. Managing to get that SF. But it's the problem that the Tidehunter just does not have enough mana to use both of them. Maybe he needs to pick himself up a, don't know, Sage's Mask or something like that. No, not Sage's Mask, sorry. It's a Robe, isn't it? Robe of the Magi. Just anything to give himself just a little bit of a boost. He was like 20 away when he died off there. Started going in just to check. Winter Wyvern has 1700, maybe going for the blink, get that blink initiation. Another 90 seconds on refresh. And an Invis Slardar here, catching a farming Tidehunter. You don't really want to go for him though. And the bigger prize, the SF. Oh, gets the stun off actually, and a big Ravage coming out from the Tidehunter actually. Managing to save off the Slardar, but it doesn't hit anyone other than the Rubik, but the Rubik just tries to steal something but doesn't manage to. Slows coming out from the Tidehunter, and actually a big Dreamman Blink crush here from the Slardar, and the Slardar actually ends up getting Fiend Script up, and big ultimate coming out from the Juggernaut, but then fight's really getting fragmented here. But that's 2 actually going down from the side of the Radiant. Oh, big shackle on the Tidehunter. We're not able to do much for this, and the Shadow Fiend actually ends up going down. And that's going to be a kill. Very nicely done. Pinged off the Windrunner here. Bane won't really be able to do anything here. The Bloody Blocks come out on the Windrunner, and she's probably going to end up losing this. She does end up going down. The Tidehunter is probably not. He's not going to go down here. The Winter Wyvern just being able to save off the Tidehunter from dying, and a big Blink Crush here from the Slardar, who just bought back and is probably going to get the Winter Wyvern. Might actually end up being able to get the Gyrocopter as well. The BKB, and no, doesn't manage to get a stun on the last one. But the Tidehunter is trying to get away. He's going to BKB, no, and he just gets away. Don't know why I said BKB. He doesn't have BKB. He's going to be TP. And that's quite a big fight from them, actually. The Slardar buying back, I believe... where's my buyback one? Yeah, Slardar bought back in that one. Nobody else did. Looking at the graphs, it's going back in the way of the Radiant side. Juggernaut does have 2.7k though, so he can do whatever he wants. Rocket coming out. Level 4 rocket now. 2300 on the Gyrocopter. Probably going to want to get himself MKB. Very good against the Windrunner. Especially since she always has that Windrun. Very annoying. 100% evasion. Just whenever she needs it, she will always hit her. Tidehunter actually 1800. He's probably going to get himself a Shiva's Guard or something like that. It's one of the best things to go once you have that Refresher Orbits. Huge amounts of mana from the Shivas. Where is it? 30 intelligence, 15 armor, and the amount of damage that you actually get to do, because you get to blast twice, it's 400 damage. Big AoE. Quite underestimated. And Roshan is up again. It's cheese this time. They're probably going to try and take this one super quick. There's no chance that they're going to be able to do anything about this. The Windrunner has the Chrysalis, and it looks like the Windrunner is actually going to pick it up this time. So I guess once the Juggernaut has used the Omni Slash, there's not much that he can actually do after that. He does have a fair bit of damage, but he's gone really locked down. And just picked up the Abyssal there. So we'll have that lockdown on anybody. Instantaneous. Overwhelm. Didn't even know it had a name. SF has 3600. The Gyrocopter picked up that MKB, but he will not have buyback for this next fight. But I'm guessing they're just thinking that if they lose this fight anyway, if it comes to the point where he needs that buyback, then I don't think he'll need it. I think the MKB, getting that damage item, is definitely worth it. Being able to fire off the... because it gives you a little bit of attack speed. It's 88 damage and 100% hit chance. It really is the best thing about that item. Very good in the Gyrocopter as well. Also the mini bash is quite a good thing. 35% for a mini bash and an extra 100 damage. There is the double ultimate on the Tidehunter here, and they're posturing around this. Doesn't manage to catch anything actually with that ultimate from the Tidehunter. Although big ultimate coming out from the Winter Wyvern, and the ultimate comes out again from the Tide, and the Tide manages to get the huge one there, actually managing to kill off the Juggernaut. And the Windrunner is maybe going to go down a huge 2-man crush here, and actually the SF's going to die. Tidehunter's probably going to die as well, and that's going to be a 5-man wipe. It looked like a very good fight for the side of the Radiant, but they're gonna go down. And only 2 of them have buyback. The Windrunner will be able to take these towers very quickly. Having the Aghanims and the Daedalus. Slardar is always there as well. Be able to pick up an AC very quickly. And that was huge, actually. I'm so sure that that was going better for the Radiant side. And once she ends up popping the Wind Run,
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
they're probably going to get a lane of racks from this. And the ESF having to buy back just about now. There's not too much that you can actually do here. And if he gets... Oh, he doesn't end up getting gone on. So they lose the melee racks at top. Not what they were expecting from that fight, but the problem was the Tide just blinked in and ravaged, and it hit 2 targets that had BKB.
Haste.
And there wasn't really much. The second one did hit a few other targets. They were able to get kills on the back end of that, but already the Juggernaut had managed to get his ultimate off, and the Windrunner was already doing huge amounts of damage in the fight. Shadow Fiend just needs to get either more tankability or just more items, like more damage. Maybe a Skadi? Give himself that extra health. A little bit of attack speed slow as well, could be good. But the Slardar has himself that Assault Cuirass. The top 2 are the Dire 2. And already with that lane of racks, it's over 8k advantage for the Dire side. That's over about 2 big items. That's what happens with racks nowadays. The Bane is almost there with the BKB.
Invisibility.
Focus Fire does pierce spell immune to them. So you could always just end up focusing the Bane down, and the amount of damage that the Windrunner does, the BKB won't really stop you. It will stop a lot of the things that are halting the Fiend's Grip, and if they manage to get the Fiend's Grip off first, the full 5 seconds against that BKB target, the Gyrocopter might be able to take them down in that time. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure as of yet. Requiem does have that 50% magic damage reduction. 5 seconds is slightly overlooked with that spell, but 50% on everyone that's even just clipped by it can really turn a team fight. But here the Dire side are posturing, probably going to go for a mid lane at some point soon. Gyrocopter is probably going to want to keep his buybacks. It's 270 gold until buyback. Just pop the illusions there, but without actually doing anything with them. He doesn't really do enough at the moment. He doesn't have enough agility. He could really go for a Butterfly, because nobody as of yet is going to go for an MKB, although the Windrunner could go for one very soon. It is being spot out. But the problem is the Radiant are just stuck in their base. It looks like they're actually wanting to go in here. The Blink does come out over here. Slardar managing to sprint away as well. SF has 5k. He really will want to pick something up. He bought back in the last one, so he can use it. There's no reason to keep 5k. If the fight started now, that's 5k that is totally useless. This might want to get himself an MKB, or I still think a Skadi would be very good. If they have damage, and once they get the lockdown it's fine, but it's just staying alive during the fight. He ends up getting himself an MKB. But you got to watch out here for the secret shop, because there are Windrunner illusions, and the courier has been spotted. So they will move the Windrunner illusions across, and they're gonna try and take it down. They don't get the last hit. One hit away. That would have been huge. selling off his bottle and picking himself up the MKB. She does a lot of damage now. The gyrocopter has 3.4k gold. 3.6. And he'll probably want to get... I don't know, I think a butterfly would probably be the best idea. The Windrunner has 6.5. So she'll just be... Yeah, she's just rolling in it at the moment. Top the net worth. Rubik, I want to get himself a Blink Dagger at some point soon. I mean, they've been fine without it so far. He managed to get himself 4 staff instead. And Roshan will be in about 2 minutes. Lotus Orb actually on the Tusk. So being able to put the Lotus Orb on one of your carries and that instantly stops off the Fiend's Grip. Fires the Fiend's Grip straight back at them. It's a pretty long cooldown actually on Fiend's Grip. Vayne almost has his BKB. Really, you can tell that he really wants to just Fiend's Grip something there, but he's going to end up getting caught out if he tries to go for it. He has to pick himself up a Sentry Ward, which will put his BKB on quite further away. But 4.3 gold on this gyrocopter. SS buyback will be coming up very soon, yeah, 20 seconds. 2.2k on him. Probably be saving for that buyback, but it's gone a little bit stagnant right now. Another 35 seconds on the Roshan. And it looks, oh, the Bane could have done with a little bit of maneuverability there and could have maybe actually killed off the Juggernaut before he managed to get anything else off. It looks like the Jug's going for the Skadi here. Unless he's gonna take off the S and Y and then get himself a Manta style. I still think this Skadi is probably the best choice. Having that tanky frontliner, and the Roche is being gone on here, and there's absolutely nothing that the Radiant side can do here. It just disappears in a heartbeat. And the Jug will pick it up. Lots of TB scrolls in the middle of the pit, and they're going to go for bottom. What this really requires is a Tide Hunter that can, if he's able to get the ultimate off before they use the BKB, that's the big thing. Because they have the damage, but they just lack the BKBing. And he is going for the Skadi. Windrunner. Oh wow, huge ultimate there, and actually managed to get it off on the Windrunner before she used BKB. Managed to get snowballed though, and that's the double ultimates actually already coming out from the Tide Hunter. And Shadow Fiend is unable to get his ultimate off. He did manage to get it off now. Just managed to kill, maybe killed the Slardar? Not yet, and the Slardar pops the cheese. And he manages to... Oh, he does manage to take down the Shadow Fiend. The buyback already comes out from the... the gyrocopter. Everyone's going down now. Juggernaut still has the Aegis, and he's probably going to end up surviving this one. And the Windrunner gets a lovely shackle off on the gyrocopter, and it looks like both of them are going to go down after buyback, and that's the GG. Just too strong at the end of that. There's 6.2k gold on the Windrunner. Shackle shot's just really giving them the edge in these fights. Love to see what they ended out as. 14, 3 and 15. very, very good game from the Slardar as well, though the Blink Crush is managing to catch at least like 2 or 3 people every time. So that's 1-all. I believe it just stays 1-all. It's only 2-game series. But yeah, congratulations, 1 apiece. Quite a commanding performance, I think. Once they started getting going, there was always that sort of chance from the Radiant side, but I think they just kept on overextending a little bit too far. They'd get that really good team fight, but they'd stay a little bit too long in the lane afterwards when they're almost back up and just feed away another 3 kills. And the Windrunner really does carry very hard if you give her the kills, and she wasn't dying that often in the fights. It was always like the Tusk and the Rubik and everyone that was dying off because they were dying to the ultimate. So she was able to keep on farming, and then she did too much damage. The shackle shots were very good, latching more often than not 2 heroes together. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you are watching this on Twitch, I'll be popping these up on the YouTube. I'll probably pop the link for the YouTube in my description on Twitch, so I guess if you look at that in a wee bit, then I'll put the link for my YouTube channel in there. And if you're watching this on YouTube, I'll put the link to my Twitch, because I do these live as they're happening, so you can catch end up catching these as they happen, so you can follow it on up and catch them next time. Anyway, cheers for watching again. I've been Peaches, and see you next time.